Hello friends, in this video we are going to learn about the options. This video will help the students as well as others who are dealing in options in derivative marketing. So what is option? An option is a contract giving the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy or sell an underlying asset at a specific price on a certain date. सो ये भारी भरकम इंग्लिश का डेफिनेशन. So let's try to break it and understand it. सबसे पहले what is option? Option बोले तो choice. Let's suppose that you go in a vegetable market and different vegetables are there like tomato, potato, cauliflower, chili and other vegetables are there. So you have the option, that is you have the choice to buy, that is not an obligation to buy. ये कोई जरूरी नहीं है कि आपको खरीदना ही पड़ेगा, ये आपको एक चॉइस दिया गया है इसमें से कि आप जो चाहे वो खरीद लें. ठीक है, तो ये आपके लिए एक चॉइस है, नॉट एन ऑब्लिगेशन. सबसे पहले तो हमें ऑप्शन में यही समझने की जरूरत है. तो ऑप्शन बोले तो चॉइस. ठीक है, तो let's suppose a scenario that this fellow, this student, this CA student ये सोच रहा है कि अगर मैंने CA पास किया तो पार्टी कराऊंगा अपने मोहल्ले में, अपने लोकेलिटी में. तो 5 दिन बाद, लेट्स सपोज कि 5 दिन बाद इसका रिजल्ट आने वाला है. बट वी ऑल आर अवेयर दैट द CA रिजल्ट can go anywhere even if you are fully certain. So ये सोचता है कि CA पास किया तो पार्टी करूंगा, बट इफ अगर नहीं हुआ तो अगर मान लीजिए कि इसको पार्टी करनी है, 5 दिन बाद इसे पार्टी करनी है, तो इसे चाहिए होगी तो इसे एक बहुत बड़े पार्टी ऑर्गेनाइज करने के लिए इसे डिफरेंट वेजिटेबल्स अधिक मात्रा में चाहिए होंगे इन हायर क्वांटिटी. ओके, सो ये क्या बोलता है वेजिटेबल वेंडर को कि लेट्स एंटर इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट. ओके, लेट्स एंटर इनटू अ कॉन्ट्रैक्ट एंड I am giving you ₹100 as a token money. Okay, and after 5 days I will buy 10 kg cauliflower at ₹30 per kg. Also, and he is deciding that the price at which he will buy the cauliflower, and he is also deciding the specific time at the specific time on when he will buy the cauliflower. Okay, so he is entering into an agreement with the vegetable vendor. Okay, so what in this contract that he did with the vegetable vendor gives him the choice. What choice? That if he clears the examination, and then he can go to the vegetable vendor and purchase 10 kg of cauliflower at ₹30 kg. But in case if his results goes another way, then he is not obliged to buy. Okay, that is this contract is giving him a choice and not an obligation to buy. Thus this gives you the power of right to buy. Okay, as we read in the definition that the option is a contract. Okay, the CA student has entered into a contract with vegetable vendor giving the buyer the right. Okay, here the buyer means the CA student have giving the buyer the right but not the obligation to buy what underlying asset. For in our example, the underlying asset is vegetable at a specific price, that is rupees 35, that is rupees just that is rupees 30 per kg on a certain date, that is after 5 days. Okay, so you might understand what this definition is saying. Okay, there is one another type of contract too, like this contract is giving this CA student the right to buy the vegetable. Okay, likewise there is another contract which gives what, a right to sale. Okay, so the another type of contract is for the right to sale. Okay, so this poor fellow is afraid of property price falling. Okay, so what he did, he entered into a contract. Okay, he entered into a contract that he will sell property, that he will sell the property after 5 months at rupees 25 lakh. That is, he is, that is his fixing the price at which he will sell his property, and he is also fixing the date on which he will sell the property. Okay, and he is given the token money of rupees 20,000. Okay, that it is this token money is given to for the, as an insurance that I will buy, sorry, in this example I will sell the property, and if I will not sell the property, this token money belongs to you, and it is not refundable. Okay, so that this agreement will made him, poor fellow, happy, because now even if the price falls, even if the price falls, he will sell his property at a price of rupees 25 lakh, and not the uh, and not the lower, and not at the lower price. Okay, so this agreement gives him what, the right to sell. This agreement is giving him what, the right to sell. Exercising this contract is his choice and not the obligation. He is not obliged to sell. But if the, let's suppose that if the property price falls to rupees 15 lakh, or suppose it falls to rupees 20 lakh, then he can sell his property at rupees 25 lakh. But in another scenario, that if the price didn't fall, and the market price after 5 months is rupees 30 lakh, then he will not sell. He is not obliged to sell his property to another person. Okay, in that case he will just lose rupees 20,000, that what he gave as token money. Okay, so this type of contract will give him a right to sell. Okay, so parties, let's know that parties on contract, and how many parties in the option contract. One party is option buyer, and the another party is option seller. Okay, this ma'am is option buyer, and this sir is option seller. What option buyer receives? An option buyer has the right, he has the right to buy. In the first example, he has, the option buyer has the right to buy what, the under right to buy the vegetables. And then in the second example, the option buyer has the right to sell the property. Okay, the one party is buyer, and the option buyer has the right to buy, and the another party in the contract is option seller, and option seller has no has the obligation to sell. Like in the first example, if the the CS student comes to the vegetable vendor, then he have to fulfill the promise of selling the vegetable at the specified at the price at which the agreement has been made. Okay, so is the option seller. So let's move into move into the another topic, that is the to know that the type of option, how many type of options we have two type of option, that is call option and the another is put option. What is call option? कॉल ऑप्शन बोले तो बाई करने का ऑप्शन. ओके, कॉल ऑप्शन बोले तो बाई करने का ऑप्शन. ये इमोजी मैंने इसलिए लगाया ताकि आप समझ सके. कॉल कॉल हम लोग कॉल करते हैं वो कॉल, तो ये कॉल ऑप्शन है. दूसरा ऑप्शन है पुट ऑप्शन. यहाँ देखिए ये महिला इस पैसे को इसमें रख रही है, यानी ये पुट कर रही है, रख रही है. ओके, सो अनदर ऑप्शन इज पुट ऑप्शन. पुट ऑप्शन बोले तो सेल करने का ऑप्शन. ठीक है, पुट ऑप्शन बोले तो सेल करने का ऑप्शन. मेरे को सेल करने का मन करेगा तो मैं सेल करेगा. एंड कॉल ऑप्शन बोले तो बाई करने का ऑप्शन, दैट इज मेरे को बाई करने का मन करेगा तो बाई करेगा. इट इज is not obliged to buy, is not obliged to sell. Okay, call option gives right to buy the underlying asset. Call option gives right to buy the underlying asset, and call option buyer has the right to buy. Okay, call option buyer has the right to buy, like in our first example in the vegetable, the CA student was the call option buyer and he has the right to buy the vegetable, and the call option seller has the obligation to sell, that is the vegetable vendor. In the first example, the vegetable vendor was the call option seller and he has obliged to sell. He have to sell, he cannot refuse to sell the vegetables if that student wants. Okay, and in the put option, what put option gives? Put option gives the right to sell the underlying asset. Like in our second example, the this poor fellow has the right. This poor fellow has the right to sell his property at rupees 25 lakh to the another party. So put option gives put option buyer. Okay, there is two, as we already discussed that in options there is two party. One is the option buyer and the other and the another is the option seller. Okay, so the option seller. So the option buyer has the right to sell, and the put option seller has the obligation to purchase. He cannot refuse to purchase the asset. I think that as you understood what I want to convey, and your doubts have been cleared about the options, and if there is any problem you can contact me. Okay, so thanks for watching the video. We will meet in another in we will meet in our another video. Thanks.